Hi guys, thanks for joining me. I'm still working on the lighting here. I'm a little bit slower today than normal. Appreciate you coming back with me. Today though, I am not going to talk about LimeLight and I'm not going to talk about leadership, but I am going to talk about one of those three L's, and that is life. Life, it just sometimes gets in the way of everything, doesn't it? So anyway, today, I don't know if I'm just melancholy and being more reflective than normal, but last night I was very blessed because I got to sit on the couch and watch what we refer to as a Hallmark movie with my daughter. And she did that not because that was the most exciting thing for her, but because they know how much I love those happily ever after movies. So we ate popcorn and got to be together and just share that moment. So today we are actually working on loading up the car to take her back to college. So that makes me excited for her, a little bit sad for me because I'm going to be giving up this time that I have with her. And I have completely enjoyed having her be there this summer. So I've really been thinking about from the first moment that my first baby was born. Life, it just seems to be flying by. And I remember when I first found out I was expecting, and I thought, I'm going to be the perfect mom. You know, I won't make any mistakes that my mother made. And I had an amazing mother, but you know, we all think at times that we will do a better job. I know my daughters do. But when that little person comes to be, I mean, the love that pours out of you, it's just so unconditional, the love a mom has for their child. And it's probably similar to the father, but since I'm not the dad, I can't really address that. But these new beings that are coming into your life, they just fill you up. Your cup is overflowing, and you think there can't be anything better than this unconditional love that you have for them. Hi Rita, thanks for joining me. So then it's like the next thing happens, you become utterly exhausted. You are just exhausted as a new mom and you're not getting any sleep. And you think, how did I ever get myself in there? How am I going to be able to do this? Because it's just so much a challenge. And you look at other people and you think, how can they go to work and take care of their family and everything? Because I feel like I'm floundering and I'm failing. But that's what happens. I mean, that's your life just gets really full and you do the very best you can. And that's all any of us ever do, is the best we can. But you want to savor those times, you know, every single moment, because before you turn around, they're off to kindergarten. And it's like, now they're in kindergarten and you're going, how did this happen? And now they're going to go off to this school. And, you know, kindergartners, they all seem to love their teachers. And are they going to love the teacher more than they love their mom? And, you know, it's their first little bit of independence. And you're trying to enjoy that and still figure out how you can still be that most important person in their life as they continue to grow. Then the next thing you know, a few years have passed and they're either in band or choir or dance or out for a sport, and you're sitting there and you're loving everything about all of the events that they're in. And then a few years go by and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I have this thing to do. Will they really notice if I miss that volleyball game? And they do, so maybe you take the time out from that and maybe you don't, but you're kind of feeling you're losing a little bit of yourself sometimes. And then you feel guilty as a mom because you're having those feelings, but that's what life is all about. We sometimes have those feelings, and through all of those trials and tribulations, we really do grow. You know, you grow as a person and you grow as an individual, and you know, that's okay. There is no perfect mom. You can read all the books you want to read, but something different's going to happen that isn't in those books, and it's okay. You'll get through it. You really will, because what are you going to do? You're going to do the best you can do, and that is really all any of us can do, is the best. And then the next thing you know, you're listening to that song, Pomp and Circumstance, and that makes me cry every time when I hear that song. And it's exciting because you've seen them grow into this amazing young adult, but you know you're also going to be losing them as they head off to college, and you know that independence, I won't be there. Are they going to be okay? And they are, and they become a little bit more independent as they get there, and that's all good. And then all of a sudden, you know, they're off. You know, they're maybe moving out of state, they're getting married, they're having families of their own, and you know, that relationship changes, and it changes in a good way because you maybe come from being that person that they are solely dependent on to that person who is their friend. You'll always be their mom, But when that relationship changes, it's good. It's good. I love when we can have conversations. And I know on my post today, when I put about sometimes I can't keep my mouth shut. So, yes, I am going to offer advice, even sometimes when they don't want to. I try not to do that, but it really does happen because, heck, I'm human. Have I made like any number of mistakes along the way? Absolutely. Probably if there's something you could do wrong, I've done it. But guess what? I still have 4 amazing daughters doing amazing things. 4 daughters who still love me, who still talk to me. It's all good. Life is good. So if I could tell you anything as I've got to get back to packing up the car to head her back to school, savor each and every moment. If it's a trial, grow from it. You're going to look back someday and maybe laugh, or you're going to think what you got out of it. Read that book if they ask you to read that book. No matter what you're doing with your supper, it can wait, because pretty soon they'll read on their own, and it won't be the same as you being able to read for them. If they come home in their teens and they've been doing that eye-rolling thing to the mom, and all of a sudden they want to talk and you've got a big presentation the next day, stop, talk to them, because that's really important. It's important to be there for them. Remember to take time for you, because during all this time, you've got to take care of yourself. Be the best person that you can be, and take time for that significant other, because one of these days you'll wake up like me, and there's just the 2 of you home. So have you been able to grow together in that relationship? That's really important, because now you have a lot more time to spend with them, just like you did when you were dating. And it's good. It really is good. I want to share that with you. So I guess enough reflecting on my part. I'm going to go back to packing and just savor life, savor the good, savor the trials, and remember, if life gives you limes, be the light. Have an amazing day, everyone.